little bit of a diversion here. I was watching a video the other day of Keith Fenner, and he was using a proper copy attachment on his clausing mill, clausing lathe I should say. He was using a pattern follower, rather in this sort of shape, focus properly, more of a pointed arrangement, though slightly radiused, and he was running it along a piece of metal like this held in the taper attachment, which is parallel to the lathe centre line. It carried a pattern. In his case it was a radius. As it got to the radius it sort of followed it round, as it were. So I thought I'd make one of those up for this whilst I was contemplating the other problems. So what I've done is drilled another couple of holes in the mounting plate here, which will register in corresponding holes in the end of this this bar. Now obviously they've got to be fairly accurate on the end here, and to ensure that is the case I've made up this little jig which fits neatly on the end of the metal, clamped by these two grub screws on the end, and I've drilled the locating holes at the appropriate centres on the end there, and that will act as a drill guide when I drill in to the ends. And well, let's hope it works. I couldn't think of any other way to do it because I haven't got the depth required. I haven't got a pillar drill, for example, and I can't do it on the lathe obviously, and the mill has insufficient throat. So I'll get those drilled off camera, and well, I might even make a little video of it, you never know, and I'll come back in a minute and see how I got on. So as we can see, the alignment block is secured to the end of the template holder. I've clamped it in the vise, checked that it's aligned correctly with the edge of the rule. I've already put a piece of insulting tape on the drill to give me a guide to the depth. I'm only going to go in about 1.5 millimeters, and then I'm going to go in with a spotting drill and give the countersink. So here we go. Unfortunately, my drill is making nasty smells. I'll put it on a higher speed and see how we get on. There we go. Right, let's see what that's turned out like. Get the right Allen key. Get the right position. A bit of muck in there. That looks quite nice. Right, I'll do the other end, and then I think I'll take a few burrs off this template holder. It's a bit sharp on the edge, and I'll do a mock-up in the lathe. This is the mock-up I've come up with for the moment anyway. I've put back the roller follower in the top slide. I've screwed this spacer onto the template holder just temporarily, and this rusty old bit of 12mm steel is in there to represent the a piece of a workpiece. This is not going to show it very well, because ideally this would be set up for carving out sculpted out parts rather than sticky out bits, but hopefully you'll be able to see the principle behind it. If I zoom in here, and completely lose the plot. Hopefully you'll get the idea. A larger piece of stock obviously will run along under power, and this is whoops, whether you can see that's moving in and out and rolling around the shape. And obviously under spring pressure it will be held against the workpiece. Obviously it won't take a full cut in straight away. That's the, I keep knocking the camera, sorry about that. Move it out of the way. Put on a feed of say 1mm, take a cut, and another millimetre, so on and so forth. Ideally, with it taking a sculpted cut, it will follow the path better. I've just got to work out a way of putting feed on rather than just relying on the spring pressure to force the cutting tool against the workpiece, and that's what's been troubling me. But there we go, and this tool post is only temporarily fixed here because the tool post holding bolt is wasted, W-A-I-S-T-E-D. This section here is slightly larger than the 10mm holes in the slide, so it won't go through from the bottom up. I've just got it poking down just to hold the tool holder roughly in place while I do this demonstration. But hopefully you'll get the rough idea, and until I can mock up a template, which I'll probably do in MDF or something on the Shopoko, that will give me a better idea of how I'm going to put the feed on. But I mean, it's not a fully developed tool, as is becoming more and more obvious, but it is progressing and developing as I come up against problems and hopefully get solutions. But there we go. Anyway, back to the drawing board, and next time hopefully I'll have a template or something made up, and we can carry on from there. Right, I'm going to call it a day for now. I hope that's given you some idea of how far I've got with this project. As I said just now, it's I'm progressing slowly. I'm solving problems as they crop up. Unfortunately, they're cropping up pretty regularly, but there we go. That's part and parcel of the hobby, I suppose. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short here because it's pretty nippy out here in the workshop, and it's time for a morning cup of tea. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and if you have been, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye bye.